doing? I'm doing super fine. I assembled and have disassembled my coffee table, upon which I have fixed the arm that holds the camera. Either tomorrow or after this series, I'm gonna try, wish me luck, pray for me. I'm gonna try to also have either the Yeti microphone, which is kind of heavy, on the boom arm that I have up in my room. If not, I'm gonna try with the other microphone, see how the sound goes. Also, you might have a clearer sound going forward, as I will be tinkering with the noise cleanup in DaVinci. It's a new thing that I need to get my fingers on. So, with that being said, did we like Krampus and the Grinch thus far? I promise you it's going into lighter territory, as we can observe by the tablecloth. And okay, so you get a free cookie if you can guess the character upon which the spread is inspired based off this color-ish. It's in the same zone, hues, you know? So, who is this character? 3, 2, 1. Rudolph's guiding light. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. And I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I'm also awfully out of tune, so Rudolph. Rudolph's guiding light. 5 cards and 1 oracle, or as many as will pop out at the end. And since we are going back into light territory, we are back with this beautiful thing that is called Once Upon a Time Tarot. Obviously the counterpart will be Gourmet, which is always so fun to work with. And introducing a deck that I haven't used thus far, we have Spirit Animals Oracle cards. Here you go. Just a little upper. Boom. So, I will see you in literally 2 itty bitty witty seconds. Hi air signs, how are you doing? Have you guessed which character are we doing today? And we have the 7 of Pentacles looking back at past things. 3 of past friendships. Oh, okay. So you are fondly looking back at past friendships that were definitely fulfilling you with joy. Oh, I mean, it is that season to be nostalgic. But also with the 7 of Pentacles, there's a practical approach of looking back to behaviors, patterns, what you have done, and potentially your losses, past conflicts with friends. Maybe time to ask for an apology, or I don't know. But there is new inspiration, new fire on the horizon. New fire with a soulmate, but you are stressing about this new spark, which now makes me think it's potentially a rekindling of a spark. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you want to make a gesture from the heart, and now you are deep in thought in how you want to make it viable and potentially successful. So you're honing in that whole analytical aspect of the small technicalities to make it a success story. For my air that was just bad shuffling on my end. Page of Wands, Ace of Wands again. You want good news, you want communication, you want to be playful and carefree and passionate, creative, imaginative, just bold, going out there and doing your thing. And definitely bringing that spark to life. Okay. And by bringing that spark to life, you want victory, you want recognition, you want success, and you want to the acclaims, basically. By making that small thing, you are hoping to have it like an explosive good news sort of aspect to it. But you need to make a decision of some sort. How to proceed or not to proceed. Although with the King of Swords surrounding your energy, it shouldn't be too complicated to figure out how you want to proceed. So the question is, do you want or not? Is it worth the fight? Because you do want happiness, but you need also a little time out to rest and recuperate and think things through. Allow your inspiration, your intuition to, do its thing and guide you in the process. Definitely a little bit in a timeout, reflecting on things with the Hermit card. Just considering things and looking for inner wisdom. You want happiness and stability and building a legacy with just something stable, reliable, but you need to figure out the finer details. Ooh, juggling. And we have that Ace again. Transformation and endings. That gesture. And something is hidden, or something is potentially not clear. If it's not hidden, it's definitely in the shadows. And that is leading you to be a little concerned, a little frightful about whatever that is. We will dive into it in due time. Everything in sight, perfect. Okay, so the land of misfit toys. Where do you currently feel like you don't fit in or belong? So what are you juggling? Why do you need to juggle it? Ooh, la 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 la, spicy! You're juggling temptations and potentially excess in some capacity. So this can be a whole lot of things. Is it the weight of people's influence on you? Their advices? Are you... Because I know air signs are work to the death, so juggling overtime and work with your hobbies and stuff. I remember chatting with my niece the other day, and she was like, she was doing her shift, covering for someone else's shift who didn't came in, and then they were asking for like a third day or something, and she was like, no, I have my own shit to do. So the devil is excess, and as much as energy is abstract and we tend to like make it like a grandiose thing, it can be as simple and as mundane as you doing your shift, covering for somebody else's shift, and then your boss asking for a third day in a row when you already have I don't know, many hours clocked in your body, and you really need a rest to recuperate before you can be functional again. That's already an excess. That's already the devil. So what is this devil about for my air signs? Oh, that's a lot. That's a bit lot. What is the devil singing about? Hello. Again, a shitload. Okay, so I guess, I mean, it's as clear as it's come, because you don't have anything just singular or two cards popping out. So just watch of the excesses that you have to juggle in your life at this point. You might... Oh, that's such a beautiful Hermit card. And although you feel dissatisfied and discontent with the Four of Cups, look for wisdom deep within. Take a time to just, like, you know, sit down, chillax, have a tea, and consider things that are heavy in your life, that are perhaps taking the weight of those things is having a toll on your energy, on your soul, on your heart. It can be concrete things, 3D mundane everyday life things. It can be abstract things. Figure out what the excess is that is requiring you to juggle that with other things in your life, that is making your life a little boring at this time. And through inner work, inner wisdom, you will find the light, you will figure things out, and you will have a clear path ahead to drop something and to have a direction that is clear and fulfilling. And that is why you don't feel you don't belong, because maybe you have a bit of difficulty in juggling this excess that is very burdensome and very toxic and very demanding, whereas you yourself, you want to chillax on your own and not be constantly surrounded by things that you need to juggle like a clown in a circus. That is so like a friend I know. Oh, my poor thing. Your shining red nose. What unique gift or quirk have you been hiding or dimming because you feared rejection? Your fire, your passion, you are creative. Oh, you are a passionate lover. Oh, that's so cute. Ooh la la. So like dark romance type of guy, or just regular passionate lover? I'm so sorry. This is so cute. But yeah, so your nature might be in conflict with perhaps culture or your generation or the way you were brought up, values and everything. And this can also add to the previous conflict where something is in excess and it can be repressing your own fire that you need to juggle with what is expected of you. So, back to you air signs. We were in the topic of you being very passionate and very loving. So on the surface, shallow level, passionate lover. On the other hand, you are passionate about creations and choices, which is the not so glamorous take or approach on this. Your unique gift is that you come from a space of pure love that you can alchemize in a creative force, in a creative outlet. You just need to be cautious of the choices you make. Notice that the character that is so the central character is in between, literally like dragon girl and the human girl. So watch out of the choices that you make, especially in regards of creative passions or what you are passionate about, your fire, potentially your work, but it's more like creative endeavor. Three of Cups again. So this is your group chat, circle of friends. If you have a snake or a dragon in your circle of friends, be cautious of that. Listen to your intuition to make the best choice possible when you are in conflictual and difficult situations. The fog on the path. What confusion or uncertainty is currently clouding your way forward? Perhaps a bit of resistance to change and transformation, or abandoning singledom. So you are afraid of transitioning from being single as a Pringle and thriving and happy and having all that freedom and space to yourself, to potentially the only viable thing is the opposite of that. The finer details being just a relationship, or the full committed thing with like labels and rings and all that stuff. The confusion or uncertainty. You are not sure if you are ready to abandon that and to change and transform, to embrace the transition, or not, going back to the Lovers. And it's causing you a lot of stress and worries. And it's okay, I'm the same. Like I love fiercely, passionately, but I don't know if I would be good in like a labeled situation scenario. So I completely understand where you're coming from in that aspect. Why do I keep getting like a Netflix series? I just want 1 or 2 cards, please, for air signs. Okay, I'm gonna take this one. Page of Wands. Again, a card of passion and fire. This time we have communication, curiosity, walking on the less walked, on the beaten path, that dirt path in the woods that nobody's walking on. You are very much your own person who likes things your own way. You are not afraid to explore new territories, to go on ventures, to follow your instinct or whatever is inspiring you in the moment. But change and transformation in regards to being single and maybe having all that freedom to yourself is what is scary and clouding your way forward, because you are... Battery died, I didn't even notice. So I was saying, with the Page of Wands, you really like to sort of craft your own adventure, to go on your own path, on your own terms. And with the card and the Nine of Pentacles, you are stressing about the fact that because this is the confusion or the uncertainty that is clouding your way forward. If you change your status from single to the opposite, in any capacity, you will no longer be able to just take off on a random adventure, to be free and just explorative of what the world has to offer to you, to be to go on random adventures and just have fun and not have anyone worry for you at home, or anyone restricting your freedom of just taking off and going on wild adventures and exploring all that life has to offer. Guiding the Sleigh. How can your authentic light help others and yourself find a way through the storm by meaningful gestures, by opening your heart, by being a dreamer and a romantic, and by giving back. So if you were in a position where you had received meaningful gestures, romantic gestures, or just love, now it's time to give back to whatever that was, in whatever capacity you are able to, obviously. Tune into your emotions and let your emotions guide you on that path. Something for air signs. Sandwiches, healthy sandwiches. Four of Swords. Maybe take a little time out and think things through. See what would be a good approach if you want to take that approach. How you feel about the situation. You need to find a balance between practicality, generosity, and your own emotional wealth and sense of values in this situation. Queen of Wands, definitely towards someone fiery, passionate, confident, maybe hardworking, dedicated, creative. Going back to your Suit of Wands, it's all about passion and embodying that passion. Maybe you are asked to be courageous, a little bit more determined, a little bit more sassy and confident in whatever gesture you are either planning or just considering doing. The Christmas morning welcome. What acceptance, love, or new role awaits you when you dare shine unapologetically? So far it's in the unclear, it's unknown, it's hidden, and perhaps you're afraid of it, but it should bring you good news. So whatever the uncertainty is, the results are good news anyway. So don't limit yourself, don't cut yourself away. Although the path is unclear, tread confidently with the Page of Wands. Page of Wands, Page of Wands. It's a new adventure. It's a bold and beautiful adventure, and you can literally, with the flame on the dragon's tail, and you can illuminate the path ahead so you can have victory. And we have the Eight of Wands, fast communication. Ace of Pentacles, new opportunity, following potential, these three cards. Five of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, the Sun. So you know what, I'm going to consider it. But first and foremost, this new communication, this fast-paced communication, and especially Eight of Wands, Page of Wands, it's like unbridled, fast, happy, good news on crack cocaine, steroids, and speed. Following a moment where there was a lack, there was abandonment, somebody was left out in the cold, with slow and steady progress with the Knight of Pentacles, in a sense of being dependable, reliable, practical, measured, and patient, you can reach happiness, contentment, being fulfilled, and just completely illuminate the landscape. The sun is literally the solution, or the counterpart to the moon. So what is hidden will be highlighted, like the natural process of night and day. And with that, no more fear, no more doubt, no more uncertainty, and just pure freaking happiness. Also delicious, yummy meals. So let's see what the Oracle has for you, air signs. That was fast. And we have authentic, which I think was number to, yeah, your unique gift or quirk that you are dimming because you're uncertain of how people might perceive you, or like I said, either the way you were brought up, cultural limitations or frames that are keeping you in a box. But if you can be your authentic self, you're attracting even more happiness and good fortune. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectation. Just be yourself. Especially if others' expectations is that weight that you are juggling and balancing to maintain appearances and to satisfy everybody else's depiction of you or interpretation, projection of you. Air signs, I'm gonna leave it here, and thank you so very much for supporting my humble little channel. I deeply appreciate every one of you that watch my videos. As I'm growing this, it is very quintessentially important and crucial, and thank you so very much. Love you guys. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.